Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk The Expanse. It's not going to be a big preamble today, guys, because this is kind of an unusual episode. It's not a season finale, but it's, from what I've been told from all of you, a book finale. So this basically concludes the first book that The Expanse is based upon, which makes sense based on what happened last episode. Last episode had a couple of massive things happen. First, this emergency medical ship on Eros that was trying to conduct a mission of mercy and save some of the colonists trapped inside by the protomolecule. And the crew of the Rocinante arrived and allowed them to leave, but it turned out that this mercy mission, they lied. And they were there to save people, but one of them got infected. And maybe the ship is infected, maybe some of the other crew are infected. And Holden was faced with the really difficult choice of having to destroy that ship to protect the system from the protomolecule spreading. So we did that. And you could have easily ended the episode on that massive event. Except 5 minutes later, we did end the episode, and we ended it by having the Nauvoo about to collide with Eros and push it into the sun, only to have Eros steer itself out of the way. The protomolecule has gained control over I guess there's probably some sort of propulsion system on the surface of Eros that puts it into spin to generate gravity, and that system was hijacked by the protomolecule, manipulated to provide steering and propulsion instead. So Eros is off track. Eros is no longer in its orbit. The Nauvoo is continuing on its path unobstructed, but more importantly, the protomolecule can now drive itself. The protomolecule has a car, it has a spaceship, and it's not just going to go nowhere or wander and drift off in space. Its whole point, whenever it was sent to our system in the first place, its point was presumably to colonize our system, to do what it does that we've seen on Eros. It infects a body, it evolves from that body, it learns from that. It had 100,000 opportunities to grow and evolve on Eros because there were 100,000 colonists on Eros. So it would make sense that it's now heading to the biggest population center in the system, which I'm assuming is the 30 billion people on Earth. Mars, I don't know how close, I don't know where Eros is in relation to Mars, and I know it's between Earth and Mars in orbit, but I don't know where they are in their respective orbits, which planet happens to be closer at this moment. How many people live on Mars? A couple of billion, 5 billion maybe. Earth has way more population. And it feels like it would be the logical target. But maybe the protomolecule will build gradually. Maybe it'll head to another major asteroid that's also colonized. Who knows? But it makes sense that it's now going towards more life. So how do you stop it? How do you stop an asteroid loaded with this highly contagious, dangerous alien life form from hitting a target that it can control its own navigation to? It's going to take a lot of nukes. So that feels like a great way to wrap up the first book. There's a great a climax coming down the pipe for us. What else may happen? I have no freaking clue. But I'm loving season 2 so far. Can't wait to get into it. And I'm very curious to see what else happens in this episode that may set up the remainder of this season, the next book, and beyond. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. This is episode 5 from season 2, and it's called Home. Miller lives. Yeah, hit that button again. Now what do? You still have a 60-second fuse on that thing.
Miller, you're moving.
I mean, Eros is moving. Fast.
But I don't feel any wind. I know. I'm joking.
Moving to where?
Unknown, but it's deorbiting sunward.
Do we know why?
We do not.
Never trust anybody called Janice. They're two-faced.
Okay, so we broke a few laws of physics here.
The guy's trying to play a magic trick.
Its temperature's gone up 2 degrees.
Yeah, it's putting out...
Around 10 exajoules.
Yeah.
That's the energy of a 2 gigaton bomb.
You couldn't move Eros like that with a 2 gigaton blast.
No. I think we're looking at the waste heat.
Thermal differential?
If Eros isn't spinning anymore, how can I still have gravity?
Dresden said the proto-molecule would break all the rules.
Okay. So the laws of physics don't exactly apply anymore?
Rescue plans put on hold.
We're working on a contingency.
Okay, good. Because for a second there, I thought maybe we lost control of the situation.
I love his gallows humor.
Obvious conclusion that Eros is some kind of weapon system unlike anything we've seen.
I assume built by Mars.
Who else? They provoke a conventional war as a smokescreen, then hurl this thing at us.
Oh, this guy's an idiot.
Eros has changed trajectory again.
Now
And it's accelerating.
towards Earth.
It's now on a direct collision course with Earth.
It's not Mars. It's not Mars doing it. I think... Why am I always most frustrated with the generals and the admirals? Military mindset. It's so linear. It's not open to thinking outside the box at all.
Jules Pierre Mao. Looks like your attempts to keep Eros under the radar had a few snags.
Make a fucking appearance and rein in your goddamn science experiment!
Yeah, Aaron writes over Mao.
I have a terrible idea. If Miller can get in there close with that warhead, he could kill it. Stop Eros in its tracks.
With the bomb?
There's only one way to find out.
What do you think, Miller?
Call in there.
I'm on speaker.
Julie. I think it's the best bad idea I've heard all day.
He was ready to die anyway.
I'm gonna take my pet nuke for a walk. See what's what.
There's only one option left. For planetary defenses. A massive missile launch at Eros.
Whatever biotoxin is inside Eros, can it survive in a vacuum, or do we risk scattering it all over the system?
Sadly, there's no time to conduct a study to satisfy your curiosity.
Janice is asking the right questions, though.
And get the secretary aligned to the Martian Prime Minister. We don't want them mistaking our missiles for a first strike. Let's hope they're feeling warm and fuzzy today.
Because where else do you evacuate but to Mars?
I didn't count on this damn bomb loving gravity.
Yeah, I guess it would still have gravity to the asteroid. I didn't realize it would have that much weight, though.
Like a tick on a dog.
Hey, don't get all Holden on me.
Weird and chatty under pressure.
Yeah.
Look at the way he was looking at her.
That station so much as twitches while we're swooping in, they're gonna be sending what's left of us home in a doggy bag.
He's risking his ass down there. How about we do the same up here?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I love this crew. I'm so in love with this crew. Miller's ready to die. Does he make it out of this book?
Remember me?
All right. Someone's going to notice the Rossi chasing Eros, though, right? And they're, as far as everyone's sensors are going to tell, a Martian ship. So what reaction's that going to cause? Yeah. Don't forget. Is it just going to be able to dodge the arsenal? I got a bomb on my back. He's doing the Saeed. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. You should... Shorter strap. Okay. Jesus. You're not helping yourself. Yeah. Come on. Hit the damn switch. Jesus.
There's a body. Doesn't seem to be infected at all.
Did he get shot? Was it dead? Will it not infect a dead body? Or has the proto-molecule left them once they die? Oh, he's picking up the transmissions from inside. It's aware of them.
Going the right way.
You hanging in there?
Oh yeah, good times. I think I might stop by for some barbecue down on the main level. After this.
Get it burrito style.
Voices are...
They're not alive, Miller. They're just echoes of who those people were.
Do we know that for sure? Oh, we're back in the arcade.
You know what?
That's the guy.
Leaving the dead alone.
That's the guy they killed. How long is it going to take nukes to hit? How long? What's the travel time we're talking about here? How far away is Eros from Earth? Man, look at him go. That's a lot of nukes. 27,000 meters per second.
I had to expect the launch was the only move.
And he's just struggling with straps and dollars. Whoa! Oh, it's aware.
Earth just launched half her nuclear arsenal.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Well, the UN didn't check with us first.
Everyone's a winner on Eros.
What the hell up now?
Where's Eros?
I can't find it.
Did it just make itself stealth?
So if Earth's missiles can't see Eros,
then they can't blow it up.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, it just made itself stealth. Jesus. Stealth asteroid. Where are we now? Oh, back with this guy.
The flower is unfolding. How can we stop it?
Why would you want to stop it?
My technicians would need to steer the missiles in.
He can redirect our missiles at Mars or Earth.
It's just the guidance systems. We still have our abort codes.
He's a mad terrorist, your words.
I need a moment.
Wind drives me nuts.
Or I could talk to the captain of this ship directly.
Okay. So, Christian's gonna speak to Holden. I love it. Is he sick? Is he being affected by... Is like the bomb... Like, I know it's a nuclear bomb. Is it giving off radiation? Is it hurting him?
Repeat. Rossi.
They're gonna... If they lose communication with him, he's screwed.
Come in.
Jesus. I don't want to lose Miller.
Captain.
Awesome character.
In this terrible hour, I appeal to your humanity.
Can't take the Razorback.
They're not alive.
Oh, wow.
There's no one here.
That was Julie's voice.
Madam Avasarala, I'm James Holden, captain of the Rocinante. I've seen firsthand the hell that's going on inside Eros, and it mustn't be allowed to reach Earth. Brett Johnson is honorable. We can only choose to trust each other. I pray that we will.
Good thing the assassins missed. I vouch for James Holden. We can trust him.
What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly.
The unfolding of the flower. The birth of the butterfly. Oh, man. Like, the Rossi's close enough that if Eros turns into quadrillion tons of gravel, they're dead just from the debris field.
Not too long ago, I would have been voting for Eros over those missiles.
I know what you mean, Beltalowda. Now move.
Yes, sir.
Well, she called him a Beltalowda.
I believe that makes you the most powerful man in the system right now.
Oh, really? Then go get me a cup of coffee.
Oh, is that their finger?
Eros is accelerating again.
I'm starting to think Eros doesn't like being followed or having things pointed at it.
Fine.
God, I love this tension. This is so awesome.
Chase or cut bait?
Chase.
Strap in, prep max speed.
You got it.
All clear.
Time to get juiced.
Here comes the juice.
They're going to stay with Eros, even if it kills them.
Yep. They're honorable.
How are you holding up?
Acid stomach
Saying
and ravenous
goodbye.
for a
Be
big,
evacuating
thick
you here
steak.
to Luna. I'm sorry, I stand delay.
Arjun, I need to stay here. No.
Yes, I...
Wait.
No.
Oh, so
Wait,
awkward.
Listen to.
Wait, me first.
I know it hasn't even been easy. I know that, and I'm sorry.
Stop it. You never have to apologize to me.
Sorry.
Why did I marry such a great woman?
You got very lucky, didn't you?
You gotta get close now.
What are we building? Just a random human body, but...
Can't take the Razorback.
Yeah, it's Julie Mao. Is the Razorback on Eros? Is that going to be how he escapes? They screwed up the graphics.
Sorry about this, guys.
The meters per second are no higher than they were before. They're still 27,000. I'll let it slide.
Catch me if you can.
It's leading us right back to the Blue Falcon.
Where we found Julie?
I think she's still in there.
Miller.
Julie Mao's dead. We both saw her.
I'm talking about a part of her that might be a part of this rock. What if she infected the proto-molecule bank? I think she's controlling this whole thing. She's the seed crystal.
Oh! Oh shit.
Miller, stop chasing arrows!
I can't do that!
Tap the brakes then, asshole!
Okay. Tapping the brakes.
Back off now. Find a way to divert those missiles.
And then what?
If there's any part of her still left, you get her to stop this rock.
Alright. It's gonna all come down to Miller talking to Julie.
You're gonna negotiate with a girl who thinks she's a space station?
When you put it like that, it does sound kind of crazy. Look, we got one shot here.
Alex, power down.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It's all on you now, Miller.
One man to save the world.
It's imperative you divert Earth's missiles away from Eros. I'll await confirmation.
Okay. Trust him.
The UN's gonna think we're stealing their missiles. They're gonna nuke Tycho next.
Fred.
There is no way that I'm going along with this.
It's already done. Eros is gone.
No one has eyes on it.
Tell me you know what you're doing.
Trust him, Fred.
Shit.
We've got guidance control.
Okay. Is this the lobby of the Blue Falcon? Is this...
Boy.
I'm trying to figure out what of this is digital and what of this is like built set. But either way, it looks awesome.
Guess I owe you that drink.
You owe me a bottle, pal. It's time to see what's what.
Oh, the bird! Oh my god! It's like in his head. It's like giving him his memories. Whoa. Frickin' low-grav bird from series. There she is.
Julie? Can you hear me? You need to come back to me now. Hey, we never really officially met. I'm Miller. I was supposed to find you.
I dreamed that I was racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going home.
Yeah. You're not on the Razorback.
You're gonna need to stop that, Jewel. You can't go to Earth. A lot of good people are gonna die if we go there. They're the same people you're fighting for.
I can't make it stop. It won't stop. Can't stop the work.
All right, we don't stop the work. But we don't have to go to Earth, right? Why don't we go to Venus?
I don't think I can.
One more round.
I know you're a fighter. I know. You can steer this ship.
I just want to go home.
You can go anywhere else in the whole universe, but we can't go home, honey. Wherever you go, you're not gonna do it alone. I need you to hold something for me, okay? You ready?
Is he gonna give her his rosary? Her rosary?
Here.
Oh no.
Just hold this for a minute. Don't let go.
Oh, interesting.
It won't hurt you.
as long as you keep your hand there. What is he doing? Is he letting himself get infected here? What is he doing? He's given up. He's going to become part of it.
What happens to us now?
I don't know. Whatever happens, happens to both of us.
Whatever happens, happens.
You belong with me.
Oh, he's getting his neck tattoo. It's going to Venus. Pour one out for Miller. Jesus. Wow. Dang. Dang, guys. It's amazing how much your perspective can shift in just the course of 2 episodes. Because episode 4, I was like, there's no way they're going to kill Miller, but it seems like they're about to kill Miller, and it's like, it makes no sense. Why do you kill your lead? And in this episode, it became clearer. I don't know exactly when, but like, I guess because of last episode, we knew Miller was prepared to die. He's lived long enough. He's done with it. He's that prototypical worn out gumshoe PI from classic noir movies. He's Humphrey Bogart, you know. He's Bruce Willis in Sin City. He's the guy that's got a shady past, trying to do the one last good thing on his own terms before he goes out. And this is how he does it. He sacrifices himself to the proto-molecule. He finally meets this woman that's been his touchstone, his North Star for the entire series. The idea of her has been keeping him focused, keeping him straight and narrow and true. And he finally meets her, sort of. I mean, it feels like that's genuinely Julie's personality there at the end. I mean, her physical body may be dead. It may be recreated by the proto-molecule. It doesn't really matter. As far as he's concerned, that's Julie. And it seems like his theory was right, that she had actually infected the proto-molecule. Her personality was driving the ship, so to speak. And she's sort of in this conflict with the proto-molecule, and he sacrificed himself to go in there and to help her with the alternate plan of driving Eros into Venus. Eros is, I mean, I'm not a classical scholar, but isn't it like Greek for love? And isn't Venus the goddess of love? And didn't Miller find love in that last minute with Julie? I mean, it's really kind of beautiful. And he went out saving the world, saving 30 billion souls. Sorry. Yeah, crazy. So Miller's gone from the story. And as much as I love him as a character, and as much as I like the dynamic of him with the Rossi crew, that's not the story you give to that archetypical character, that tired old gumshoe. You let him go out on his own terms. You let him die. You reward him with death. And so that's what they did. They rewarded him with his death here in the middle of the second season. And wow. So what does that mean? What next? Like, I wondered whether we would get the ball rolling into the next book in this episode, but clearly that's going to wait for next episode. I'm totally cool with that, but it means I have no idea what comes next. We've got our Rocinante crew. We've got one of the interesting developments in this episode back on Earth, and is we suddenly connected all our separate stories. Like suddenly Christian is talking in public to Fred Johnson and to Holden, and they're all cooperating because of the scale of the emergency, this impending doom that could wipe out 2/3 of Earth's population. So now what? What's the aftermath? I don't know. Is the threat of the proto-molecule gone? Well, I wouldn't want to live on Venus right now, but there's also that sample that Naomi convinced the others to hide out in the belt. As far as we know, that's the only other proto-molecule in the system, unless there were other age ships like the one that we found that came and left Eros before we ever found them. That's a possibility. Where else could the proto-molecule be? Or does this story leave the proto-molecule behind and go in a completely new direction? Does it get back into Earth, Mars, political tensions, the OPA, all of that stuff that is a super fascinating foundation to the story that we dropped the proto-molecule into? Maybe we go back to that foundation and just explore that, which I think it would be super cool in and of itself. In a weird way, the one thing I kind of bumped on at the start of this episode was we're talking about, well, how is Eros moving and what happened? And the line is basically, we don't understand it. The physics doesn't make sense. One of the things this show prides itself on, and one of the things that I know you, the fans of this show, love, is how real it is, how true it is to the science. We're going to speed up to chase after that rock, buckle in and juice up, because we're going to be suffering some insane G's and it might just kill us. So suddenly we're talking about an alien life form that changes the laws of physics? That makes no sense. So either I'd like a better explanation for what was happening there eventually, or I'd like to leave that part of the story behind and we don't have to deal with that that thing that doesn't fit science. Because yeah, you can introduce new technology from an alien race that we don't understand how it works, but breaking the laws of physics as we understand them, that's something else entirely. That's magic. And this doesn't feel like a world where magic happens. This feels like a world of science. But I'm super curious to see what we do in the back half of this season. I know we're starting the next book. Are we going to meet more new characters? What's the new threat? Is the proto-molecule still the primary topic of discussion, or has that threat been dealt with? Only one way to find out. Let's come back next week and check out episode 6. But until then, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.